This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Area high school students were recognized Tuesday for completing the first year of the criminal justice program at CB Tech. Police are searching for a man who stalked a Washington student and attacked her as she walked to her bus stop. Montana's Victims' Bill of Rights faces backlash from governments that struggle to fund resources.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
21 area high school students were celebrated Tuesday for being the first class to complete the criminal justice program at the Columbia Basin Tech Center. The program was started at CB Tech in Moses Lake in the fall of 2016 with retired Moses Lake Police Chief Dave Ruffin at the helm. Ruffin was joined during the ceremony by Grant County Sheriff Tom Jones, Moses Lake Police Chief Kevin Fuhrer, and Othello Police Chief Phil Shank. Ruffin said the program, which had 2 classes in its first year, is based on the actual Washington State Police Academy and focused on law enforcement, corrections, and the judicial system. Ruffin also said there's no doubt in his mind that some of the students will enter the criminal justice field in the future.
I worked this profession for 34 years, and so there's, over here against the wall, you have a lot of experience in this profession. And so this means a lot to me. This is a very honorable profession. And as I look out across the audience here and see the students, there's no doubt in my mind that in 3 to 5 years that some of you will enter this criminal justice field.
Ruffin also said students played a major role in building the program through many challenges this year. Sheriff Jones and Chiefs Fuhrer and Shank all shared words of encouragement to the students while offering advice as they move forward in life. One by one, students were recognized in front of family and friends before getting into one final formation. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
The person appeared to have tracked her from the time she left our house.
Just watching the video of his daughter being stalked is gut-wrenching for Michael Walker. His little girl, whose identity we're concealing, was walking to school Thursday morning, a block from their home.
I have my hood on, I have my headphones on.
So she doesn't notice her attacker waving for a black car to follow him as he approaches. And then he sneaks up from behind and reaches her just off camera. That's when you hear the bone-chilling screams of a 17-year-old under attack.
I would tell you that was just the worst sound that you ever want to hear, is your kid screaming that someone has done something and so close to home.
He kind of lunges at me and he starts attacking me and hitting me and punching me.
She says he took her phone and left her with a concussion, a small scratch on her hand, and scars you cannot see.
Having a lot of sleepless nights. I have to have people watch me, because I do have nightmares and have had dreams about it so far, and so it's just, it's hard.
But Dad was determined to give his girl back some sense of security. He canvassed the entire neighborhood searching for a clue. What he found was this video.
We want to catch this person. We want to make sure that our community remains safe. I don't want to live and want my family to live in a community where we don't feel safe. We can't go outside and play or to be ourselves.
For Hillary Shaw, being a victim advocate is something she's always seen herself doing.
I gravitated to the work of the Abbey Shelter because I get to be a professional feminist and advocating for those who are survivors of violence.
But when Marcy's Law, also known as the Victims' Bill of Rights, passed, she wasn't sure it was a step in the right direction.
What victims struggle with aren't even necessarily obstacles that the law could change.
But the law will change starting July 1st. It was approved by voters with a 2-to-1 margin back in November.
Victims of sexual assault need every protection they can get.
We got a copy of the latest list of rights from the Kalispell Attorney's Office that says what those protections are. Victims are entitled to be notified in a major development in their case. For example, when their offender is released. And they also have a right to provide input for charges in the plea agreement. Kalispell City Attorney Rich Ickles said it's a burden for local governments.
A shortcoming as far as the law was concerned was the fact that it basically created an unfunded mandate on local governments on this, because all of the notifications, like you said, that requires manpower on it.
County Attorney's Office is asking for $179,000, and Missoula County Attorney's Office told us they've already added 2 victim witness advocates at the price of $99,000. But locals we talked to say you can put a price on victims' rights.
Yes, I think the protections are worth it.
Some believe it's worth it to fight the law. Ickle tells us he won't be surprised if the law is challenged in court.
From the iFIBER One Weather Center, I'm Jeff Slakey taking a look at the basin's forecast. Plenty of sunshine for your Monday, high in the low 80s. Sunny skies and cooling off a little bit for your Tuesday should be in the mid-70s. Low 70s for Wednesday with some clouds starting to roll in. Thursday looks to be near 70 with some clouds later in the day. Friday, mostly cloudy skies with a slight chance of a rain shower and highs in the upper 70s. Could be near 80 for Saturday and low 80s for Sunday. For iFIBER One, I'm Jeff Slakey.
This is iFIBER One News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.